tonight's Look East, the roadmap to reopening. Businesses here prepare to welcome the public back. But still a wait for live music as performers help out backstage staff with a charity single. Well, aviation isn't the only industry facing more uncertainty in this pandemic. Thousands of people who work in the music industry, like roadies, sound engineers, lighting experts, are still out of work, and many have lost their living and some their home. Well, now rock and metal musicians have come together, Band-Aid style, to record a charity single to support the backstage crews. Sean Peel reports.
The track is called In Solitude and has been recorded remotely by some of the top extreme metal merchants in the business. The aim is to raise money via Just Giving for the backstage crews. Bands involved include Krysthla from Northants and Suffolk band Cradle Of Filth.
The metal community gets together and they care. They look out for each other. They really, really do. It doesn't matter what race, what your sexual orientation is. None of that matters with heavy metal. That stuff gets left at the door and we have a good time. We look after each other.
They're also looking after crews right across the industry, from the proms to panto. Every show needs a crew. Many work from contract to contract, band to band, tour to tour. Drum tech and tour manager Dave Price from Kettering was in Mexico with the band Ghost when COVID stopped play.
We're there at 7 o'clock in the morning, and if you just think about seven trucks full of gear that needs to come out, be put together, if it's getting hung up in the ceiling, it needs to stay there. Do you know what I mean? It's like all of those things, so calculations of weight, it's very specialised, rigging, making the PA work.
They're not steady jobs, but they're real jobs, otherwise we wouldn't be going to real gigs. That's why hundreds of stage crew went on a silent march to highlight what they mean to us, to our cultural well-being. Many are self-employed and have fallen through gaps in central support. Andrew Cotton from Ipswich has done sound at Latitude and worked with people like Phil Collins, Peter Gabriel and Elvis Costello.
A lot of us have fallen through the cracks, some have, some haven't. I personally know a couple of people who have been in this business as a career for over 40 years who's now cleaning a supermarket warehouse at night. It's an immensely talented engineer who's been at the top of his game for the last 20 years. And to hear that we're in a multi-billion-pound industry and to hear from the government that we're suddenly not viable is very disheartening.
He's not in solitude, but as the lights are being switched back on after the dark days of lockdown, stage crew face a long wait before this massive gig economy slowly re-emerges like a sleeping giant. Sean Peel, BBC Look East.